Kunyari, I love this, I love painting, I wanna pursue this. O gawin mo everyday. Mag-master your craft. Masaya pa ba? 'Di ba? Masaya kasi, 'di ba? Ganun na yun eh. It's not fun when you do it every day. It's not fun when you work hard for it. Pero you just have to embrace the grind, embrace the journey. Kunyari ako, bakit ba ako nagpatuloy mag-basketball? Kasi love ko siya eh. Pero naging masaya ba palagi? Hindi. There are times naiiyak ako kasi bench ako. There are times naiiyak ako kasi ang aga masyado alam kong kailangan kong gumaling, so kailangan kong mag-extra work kahit pagod na pagod ako, sakit na sakit yung katawan ko, but
Hello, sir. I'm Luan from Grind Journal, where we tell people stories behind their grind. What's your name, sir?
I'm Nicolas Xavier Angeles. And nice to meet you, Luan pala.
So, can you tell us what is your brand and what industry are you in?
My brand is Detailed Academy and under kami ng basketball skills development sa mga players natin. And also, lately, nagpapasok kami ng entertainment side. So, parang revolutionize namin yung basketball in a different way, in a good way for Philippines.
So, before you became one of the biggest basketball trainer here in the Philippines, can you tell us your backstory and do you really see yourself at this path back then?
Na-compliment naman ako na one of the most known trainers, pero I don't really see myself that way, pero I recognize somehow nare-recognize tayo ng mga ibang tao randomly, pero uh, sorry, ano yung question ulit?
Your backstory?
Backstory. So, backstory would be, uh, naging passion ko kasi ever since yung basketball. So, I've been a player almost all my life from elementary, high school. I played for CSA Makati. I played for DLSU Archers Team B. And then, so itong Detailed Academy is out of passion talaga.
So, when did you realize that from just a passion to making this as a profitable business? What was the turning point?
The turning point would be medyo out of desperation siya actually. So medyo wait lang. Joke lang. Naiyak eh, no? Pero out of, di naman sa super desperate, pero parang sobrang lost na eh. Sobrang lost ko na. And ang daming nasirang relationships. Um, Personal relationships, family or friends, partner, mga ganon. So, alam mo yun, pandemic hit pa. Paano ko mapapursue yung pagiging player nung time na yun? Kasi fresh graduate ako at that time eh. So, paano ko ipapursue knowing na pandemic hit pa, lockdown, tapos parang medyo, I think lahat tayo na-affect financially. Tapos parang nagkaroon ng somehow pressure na mag-work ka na. Eh, naging pride ako eh. Para ako si Daniel Padilla ng House of Us eh, na parang ano talaga, ma-pride ako, hindi ako magtatrabaho. Itutuloy ko tong pangarap na to. So parang ganun, passion talaga siya na okay, na-realize ko ang dami ng nasirang relationships. Ang dami ng naapektuhang tao. Kaka-pursue ko ng dream na to. Nag-work muna ako sa mga corporate companies such as JP Morgan. So parang nag-quit muna ako ng basketball before nag-acting pa ako. Nag-try ako mag-modeling commercials before realizing na basketball talaga yung gusto kong gawin. And doon nabuo si Titel Dahad.
So, can you tell us what is the lowest moment of your life and how were you able to overcome it with Detailed Academy and with yourself and with your coaching career?
Yung lowest point ko is when I was starting actually eh. Pero dapat 'di ba, yun yung pinakamasaya. I mean, most commonly sa mga businessman kasi yung pinaka best way to start is to start. Talaga. I mean, yung pinakamahirap pala, rather, yung pinakamahirap is to start. Once you start, medyo tuloy-tuloy na yan. Pero nung nag-start na ako, kasi medyo impulsive ako eh, as a person, impulsive ako. And doon ko na doon ko na hit na parang shit, it got harder. Kasi idealistic ako eh. Okay, ang daming pumasok na ideas. Okay, stinart ko na. Nag-post na ako. Okay, this is Detailed Academy. I'm Coach Chico, ganyan ganyan. Nagpakilala na ako sa coach, hindi na player. So that's parang matigas sa ulo ko bilang bunso sa family. Bumukod ako, so parang I experienced being broke. Actually, may sinend ko pa sa friend ko yun. Halos yung laman na lang ng bangko ko. Dalawa kasi bangko ko. Yung isa 80 pesos, yung isa 500 pesos. So parang, bro, sabi niya, bro, rock bottom yan. Screenshot mo yan para pag you make it, may palatandaan ka na you have to, para may reminder ka na dito ka nang galing. So parang, sobrang, doon ko na-realize, ito pala ang pressure. Kailangan ko tipirin tong 80, tsaka 500, tsaka hindi dapat magsara tong bangko ko. Kasi di ba may limited time lang na pwede. Na ganito lang yung amount ng ano mo. So parang yun yung lowest point ng buhay ko na parang, tas mag-isa pa ako. Di ba mag-isa ako. So yun yung lowest, parang being broke talaga, being hindi financially stable at that time.
So how are you able to overcome those rock bottom moments? Grabe, 500 pesos, but you survive and now you're one of the biggest trainer here in the Philippines. How are you able to do that?
Ano talaga sorry sa, ano to, trigger warning, I went through being suicidal din. Pero, dun ko na-realize na you can really overcome your mental health no matter what it is. So, nag-attempt talaga ako, literally nag-attempt ako to, 'di ba, ng suicide. And then ang dami nangyari na may police na involve, ganyan. So, parang wake up ko lang sa akin na muntik pa ako kasi nagka-business partner ako, which kung saan yung facility ng Detailed Academy ngayon, business partner ko siya. So parang muntik na ako naban sa sarili naming facility. Diba? Parang muntik na ako hindi pabilikin doon kasi threat ako doon eh. So parang fast forward, nabigyan ako ng isa pang chance and sabi ko sa sarili ko, lahat to, pinag-pray ko. So ba't ko sasayangin? Ba't ko sasayangin na pinag-pray ko to eh. Mahirap naman talaga eh. Nag-start na nga ako. Eto na yon. O, di naman ako hindi nakakakain. Kahit may budget na lang ako ng sobrang onte. 'Di ba? Di ako yung namamayat ng sobra. Pero, okay, it's hard. Pero, yun na yun. You just have to suck it all up. Just do it. Kung hindi, kung wala, okay. Kung nagpatalo ako sa situation, wala din. Di talaga ako maging successful. So parang ganun lang. That's how I overcame those problems or struggles.
What is your biggest inspiration on starting out this business?
My biggest inspiration would be actually yung mga people around me. Actually, yun yung one advice then, if in line, one advice then would be yung network mo is your net worth. Or the people you surround yourself with parang results to who you will become in the future. So, isipin mo, kasi I have mga close friends ko, uh, Vito Soto. Sobrang, one of my closest friends yan, si Vito. Is currently a counselor for QC's District 6. So, part siya ng Soto family siya. And then, isipin mo from college pa lang to after college, talagang na somehow na mentor niya ako, ganyan. Tapos, ang dami, note, sa mga nakakaalam, mag-comment kayo dyan, lahat ng mga naging mentor ko. Ang dami kasi mga business owners din sila na parang, if you look at the circle, parang ako yung pinaka naging kulelat nung una, naging kulelat talaga ako. Until I was just trying to find myself during those times. So, eventually, yun, parang sobrang importante ng taong nakapaligid sa'yo. Yun yung pinaka masasabi ko. Kasi it will decide who you are. Kung yung circle mo, puro pala inom, or puro ayaw mag-grind, high chances are, magiging ganun ka din. So, pero if you surround yourself with people who want to become successful, most likely, ma-inspire ka to become successful.
So you surrounded yourself with right people lang na makakatulong pa na lalo kang umangat. So sabi nila kailangan mo makapag-PBA, makapag-B-League para magkaroon ng pera sa pagbabasketball. Pero sa tingin mo, meron ba talagang pera sa basketball?
Okay, that's a tough question, but I believe yes. Yes, there is. Especially now na actually dapat supposedly growing ang basketball here in the not just here in the Philippines but all over the world. It's just that yung mga I think rules implied na hindi pabor sa mga players kasi bakit nag-overseas sa mga players natin? Mas maraming pera doon. Bakit nag-switch from one league to another kasi marami tayong leagues dito na pro leagues, di ba? Such as PBA, MPBL, and NBL. So bakit palitan? Yung opportunities, yung opportunities na binibigay such as financial stability, minutes, mga ganyan-ganyan. Pero the money's there. The money is there. And you just have to make sure na you're really worth paying for as a basketball player. You really need to work hard for it.
What is the key factor on how successful you are? Is being a student athlete and a graduate in a college graduate made you that successful, or maybe the experience made you that successful?
Both actually kasi yun nga yung pagiging student athlete ko, that's where I got my discipline. Kasi syempre as an athlete, you begin to wake up early, mga 6 a.m., mag-workout ka na, and then you try to do your school things such as assignments, projects, attending classes. Syempre, kailangan balance kay student athlete. And I'm also a graduate of behavioral science, so mga behavioral sciences dyan. Shout out. So, syempre, hindi naman biro na basta-basta, 'di ba, mag-graduate on a big school. Syempre, you have to maintain good grades. Di porket athlete ka. Kasi, 'di ba, kasi some colleges, hindi, wala akong pake kahit athlete ka, kailangan mag-aral ka na mabuti. Hindi ka exception. 'Di ba? Parang you really have to that's where I got my discipline from. And yung life experiences ko after being a student athlete, all yun, nag-combine na siya into molding me who I am today.
So from all of the experience that you had, what is the biggest lesson that you have that you can still apply in today's time?
From all the experiences I've had, well, yun nga, life gets hard talaga. Siguro medyo doon din ako naging tough sa mga tao. Kasi medyo softy ako dati. Medyo softy ako dati. Ngayon, mas naging tough ako sa mga tao kasi I've been through a lot eh. I've been through a lot. So, uh, you gotta be aware na life is not easy. Ideas are easy to think na, oh, I wanna do this. Oh, kunyari, I love this. I love painting. I wanna pursue this. O gawin mo everyday. Mag-master your craft. Masaya pa ba? 'Di ba? Masaya kasi, 'di ba? Ganun na yun eh. It's not fun when you do it every day. It's not fun when you work hard for it. Pero you just have to embrace the grind, embrace the journey. Kunyari ako, bakit ba ako nagpatuloy mag-basketball? Kasi love ko siya eh. Pero naging masaya ba palagi? Hindi. There are times naiiyak ako kasi bench ako. There are times naiiyak ako kasi ang aga masyado alam kong kailangan kong gumaling, so kailangan kong mag-extra work kahit pagod na pagod ako, sakit na sakit yung katawan ko, but I have to show up the next day. I have to show up the next day. I have to show up the next day. Tapos weekends, pahinga ko dapat, pero may games kami. So parang, yun yung kailangan mo i-embrace eh. You wanted it. You wanted it. You loved it. Ganun din naman, di ba? Parang relationship. Minahal mo yung tao. Masaya lang ba yun? May assurance ba na masaya lang yung kayo ng partner mo all throughout? Ganun din sa passion mo. So, ganun.
So do you believe that obsession beats talent?
Yes, obsession, yan. Grabe. As in, ibang-iba. Pag-obsess ka sa ginagawa mo, nakikurious ka kasi. Bigger than basketball, anything, craft na ginagawa mo, obsessed ka, makikurious ka eh. You want to learn about this, you want to learn about that, ganyan, ganyan. And you continuously master it every day Tapos, and you begin to learn new skills. New skills, new skills. Tapos ma-apply mo dun sa craft mo. In terms of basketball, lahat ng natututunan mo, even outside basketball, lahat ng natutunan mo outside basketball, bigla mong i-apply sa basketball. Kasi ganun ka ka-obsess gumaling as a basketball player. So, obsession beats talent. Every time talaga. Every time.
If you had to start a business again this 2025 from scratch outside basketball, what would you go for and why?
Interesting question. Ano kasi ako, mahilig ka din kasi ako sa video games. So, I'm a gamer. So, if I could start a business, siguro na-envision ko na isang malaking room. Hindi naman parang computer shop, parang complete lahat. So, may man cave na sobrang laki. So, may part na computers, may part na PS5, Xbox, um, yung mga dance. So, basta hindi yung parang time zone, pero parang revolutionized way na ganun. So, medyo, pag hindi kasi ako nagbabasketball, video games ako eh. So, parang ganun yung naiisip ko. More of the video games industry.
So you're a gamer and also a basketball player. But do you believe with work-life balance, or you're just focused with working hard and working on your craft?
Okay, good question. Para sa mga hard workers dyan. Uh, kasi, pag yun nga, di ba, obsession. Naging obsessed kasi ako. Nung na-feel ko na yung pagkatuloy-tuloy ng success ng Detailed Academy, doon ko parang na-neglect yung people I love. Kasi parang sobrang nakafocus ako na Monday to Sunday, pina-pressure ko sarili ko. Kasi ang sarap ng results eh. Tapos na-neglect ko na yung mga taong nandyan para sa akin. I mean, kunyari, I wasn't able to visit my family as much. Eh, di ba, syempre, sila yung first supporters mo eh. And then, yung mga friends na nandun para sa'yo, or yung mga friends na nag-aaya sa'yo, pero parang sinasabi mo, busy ka. Kasi akala mo, naka-mindset ka na, no muna, I'm really busy. Pero, I believe talaga in work-life balance. You have to do it. Kasi, you can't be insane. You have to, that's what makes you sane. Eh. 'Di ba? Yun yung nagpapa-calm sa'yo. Parang pag masyadong tense yung heart mo, yun yung nagpapa-kalma ng puso mo. Whenever you hang out with your family, with your good friends who have good intentions. So parang, okay. Ganun yun. Actually, recently ko lang natutunan yun. Kaya I've been really going out with my friends. Actually, last night lang, nag-bonding kami. So parang, ang sarap. Tapos, mas gaganahan ka pala ulit sa work mo. Kesa na tuloy-tuloy ka, mag-hit ka ng plateau. Parang, kumbaga parang sa gym. Everyday kang go hard. Mag-hit ng plateau yung katawan mo. Parang di na lumalaki. Pero, na-realize mo, kailangan lang pala magpahinga. Kailangan lang pala, kailangan lang mag-deload. So, yun.
So work-life balance keeps you going. And if you would make a formula of your success, what would it be and why?
Formula of success. So, first of all, find what you love doing. Yun yung pinaka-importante. Find what you love doing, and when you think you find it, or you've really felt na, okay, this is the one na gusto kong gawin, kailangan mo i-ask sa sarili mo, okay, is this worth stressing for? Diba? Is this worth stressing for? Kasi you have to acknowledge na it's not fun lang eh. Ang process, hindi lang siya masaya eh. So all throughout that journey, may times talaga magka-quit ka. You would want to quit. So, buti, sa simula pa lang yun, nasabi mo na, okay, is this worth stressing for? Pag nasabi mong yes, second step na tayo. So, pagka second step mo, start it. Just start it. Wag ka na mag-isip, ala, ang dami na nag-start na ito. Eh, time na nag-start ako ng Detailed Academy, ang dami ng basketball camps, ang dami ng skills trainer, ang dami ng ganito, ganyan na nagsisilabasan. And if I didn't do it, I wouldn't be here talking with you. So just start it. Mag-start mo lang. And when you start it, uh, ayun na, tuloy-tuloy na yan from there. And surround yourself with people you trust. Diba? So, practicein mo muna first. Practicein mo muna mag-isa. Gamayin mo muna lahat ng process. Para when things get bigger, your brand gets bigger or whatever you're building, pag may mga ibang tao na nang i-involve, gamay mo na yung process. And you're an example. You're a leader already. Kasi, napagdaanan ng leader ko lahat to. So, kung may inassign siyang task sa akin, natuturuan niya ako na designate na yung task into different people. Diba? Na lahat ikaw gumagawa mag-isa. And that's your success stories. Until lumaki ng lumaki ng lumaki. And also, don't focus on money. Huwag ka mag-focus sa money. Mag-focus ka sa legacy. Money will come along the way. Kasi at the end of the day, dadalhin ba natin yan sa taas? Dadalhin ba natin lahat ng building, lahat ng pera, lahat ng nasa bangko natin sa taas? May iwan natin sa mga apo, anak natin, but tayo, personally, madadala hindi. But what's more important is the legacy that we left. So parang, okay, pag tinanong, anong nagawang positive ni Coach Chico sa buhay mo? Or yun na lang, anong nagawa ni Coach Chico sa buhay mo? Pag maganda na sagot, then you did a good job. That's what makes someone successful.
So serving purpose is helping people to reach their dreams or to help them to be a better person.
Knowing your purpose.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Kasi, 'di ba, parang you're gonna at one point you're gonna ask yourself Actually, in your mid to late 20s, yun na yung pinaka-question mo sa sarili mo eh. Hala, anong purpose ko? Kasi minsan nalolost tayo. Ano bang gusto kong gawin? Anong gagawin ko? Anong impact gagawin ko? So ngayon parang doon na masasagot yung pag nahanap mo na yung purpose mo. And then tuloy-tuloy na yan onwards.
So what is the best advice that you've ever received coming from a mentor or a friend that you can still apply in today's time?
Dami actually, pero I'm gonna give notable ones. So, yung mga notable na mga advice na binigay sa akin ng mga mentors ko is number one, never tell them your plans. Just show them the results. Kasi sometimes, okay naman, pero sa akin, gumana naman sa akin yun parang na hindi ko sinasabi most of my plans. May share lang ako to update kung ano yung pinagagagawa ko. Kunyari, minsan sa team, sinashare ko yung okay, this is the status of what we're doing. Pero kumbaga parang iceberg lang siya. So nakikita natin yung surface, pero yung nasa baba, mas malaki pa. So ang dami ko pa palang mas ginagawa. So yun, number one yun. Never tell them your plans, just show them the results. It keeps you at peace kasi. It keeps you at peace. And minsan, hindi mo alam, some people will use it against you, some people will cause harm, ganyan-ganyan. Pero yun lang, just to be careful. Parang lang yun, inner peace for yourself. Number two would be your network. Yun nga. Number two is your network is your network. Parang hindi ka people pleaser, pero yun nga, by surrounding yourself with successful people, nagugustuhan mo rin mag-strive. Nagugustuhan mo na rin maging successful na, itong circle ko, business owner, kunyari politician, pro player ng kahit anong industry. Tapos ako, magsa-self-reflect ka. Okay, what have I been doing? Sila nag-grind, nagigising sila 6 a.m. to grind. Ako, 12 p.m. pa ako magigising. Hindi, ma-inspire ako kasi friends ko sila. Papantayan ko sila and ganun din, they want what's best for me. So surround yourself with good people and you're in good hands.
So what is your definition of success?
My definition of success would be, honestly, I don't count it by the financial state that you are in. Honestly, yung success na kinakount ko. Although it matters naman, syempre, you provide for yourself. You're an example. That's a product of what you're doing, yung financial state mo. Pero the bigger picture for me is yung legacy na iniiwan mo. So legacy, yung footprint. Kumbaga, ito yung footprint ko. Si Coach Chico yan. Mawala ako dito sa earth, wala na makakaalala ng pera ko. Pero yung footprint ko, yun yung maalala nila. Si Coach Chico yan. May binild siya something na ni-revolutionize niya yung basketball dito sa Pilipinas. Something na hindi pa ginawa ng iba. Si Coach Chico yan. Yung legacy niya, hindi siya nag-conform. Hindi siya nag-conform na, ito, may pera dito. Hindi, nag-go beyond his way siya. He went on a, he went on a solo flight, tried to change how basketball is perceived here in the Philippines. Ganun ang success para sa akin. Change maker ka. Change maker for the better. So yung legacy, footprint, and anong change ang na-implement. That's successful.
So what you're doing is bigger than basketball. Last question, brother. Can you give a piece of advice for our younger generation or for the aspiring athletes here in the Philippines?
So for the younger generation, in terms of, eto, papagisahin ko na, in terms of what you want to do and sa mga athletes natin, always try to seek advices from wiser people. As an athlete, if you're the best in the court, you're in the wrong court. Always strive. Masyadong comfortable pag ikaw lagi ang pinakamagaling. Lagi kang pumunta sa place na hindi ikaw ang pinakamagaling para maghangad ka pa. Be hungry. Always be hungry for more every day, never be complacent. So sa younger generation natin, I think naman, I mean ngayon, mas accessible na ang knowledge, general knowledge sa internet. We have ChatGPT, we have different apps na pang AI. So utilize it. Whether you're an athlete, whether you're a businessman, or a young entrepreneur, lahat accessible na. So maximize nyo kung ano yung meron strength ang generation nyo. So, and also, since mas nagiging matalino na kayo, gamitin nyo yung knowledge na yun for the better and be responsible with the power that you have, which is yung knowledge nyo. Kasi, honestly mas nagiging soft ang generation natin ngayon. So, let's be wise with that. Di porket marami tayong alam, akala natin alam na natin lahat. So, let's be wise with that. So, mag-respect pa rin tayo with our elderlies. So, yun. Yun yung mga advice ko sa
So being a sponge, being hungry with the lessons, and removing yourself from the comfort zone is what it takes to be like you. Pleasure to have you, sir.
Thank you so much, Luan. And, ano, sa mga, he's also aspiring and I really respect what he's doing. So, see you guys sa mga next videos.
Thank you, brother.